Hey everybody, it's ZM and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda... wait a second, wrong game. Alright, and there we go, yes, welcome back guys to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild using Amiibo only. I know it's been quite some time since the last video, but I'm here to finish this, as we're actually really close to the general challenge I set myself throughout the series, and that is taking on every Divine Beast and then the final boss. And well, last time, we actually took on Divine Beast Vah Rudania, which leaves us with only one more Divine Beast to go, and that will be over at, if we open up the map, here in Death Mountain. Now we should get the map for it first. I'm going to go ahead and teleport to the Foothill Stable, as we're going to take on the hardest Divine Beast throughout this challenge, as all I can say is, things are about to heat up. So let's do this. Okay, so I let some time pass in between the loading screen, but really nothing has happened. It's just nighttime. Hopefully we'll be able to avoid the blood moon, as we have been avoiding it pretty much throughout this entire playthrough. I've been able to go in a shrine or just manage myself not to be outside when the blood moon is about to appear, which means we never got the first blood moon cutscene, which is a little bit longer than the other blood moon cutscenes that continue to follow after the first one. But okay, let's go ahead and pull out Epona. Sadly, I can't whistle or use an item. So many games have been playing recently that, you know, the horse is just so important. A good example would be Elden Ring, but also I'm thinking of Pokemon Legends Arceus, even though, you know, it's not necessarily a horse, but you get the point, a mount. And one thing I've noticed as well from playing those games, well, yeah, you can eventually get an item within this game, which is through DLC, that lets you spawn your horse anywhere. Something else I really hate about this game and the mount is the way you control your horse. Technically, I don't have full control of Epona. She kind of decides where to go. See, she's very, her turns are much wider than I actually control them to be. And while Nintendo kind of did that to make the game more realistic and give the horse a cooler feel when riding it, I hate it. I like games that just kind of let me control the horse as if they were me and I had full control of them. They weren't swaying around or just running into walls or being dumb. It's weird. Nintendo wanted the horses to be smarter in this game, but I feel like they're the worst in any really game that had horses throughout the Zelda series. But okay, we're gonna leave Epona because just getting up this hill is really hard. She's gonna complain from the keys, which are actually really annoying. Hopefully I don't get hit by them, but the goal here is just to immediately make my way up to the Sheikah Tower, get the map at least, so I have a general idea of where I need to go, because we are going to be wind bomb surfing quite a bit, just to kind of speed things up, especially since I have to walk through Death Mountain's heat. This is hands down going to be pretty difficult. I don't really know how it's gonna end up. Obviously, with the amiibo giving us so much food, I'm not too worried about dying, but I can see it still being really challenging as, yeah, we don't have the proper attire that will let us, you know, withstand the heat, and we can actually make fireproof potions, because I can't pick up, fireproof lizards or any other, you know, critter or animal or anything that will give me that, because they don't drop from amiibo. But luckily I do have Rudania's helm, which gives me one, you know, tier of the resistance, but you need 2 to actually withstand inside Death Mountain. But we'll see. Hopefully the food will do, even if I have to burn up. You know, I remember the first time I played this game, I made it to Goron City burning up. I had no idea how to actually get the fireproof potion, because I was just running around climbing things. But I do believe I can do it as long as I keep eating. What's really nice about this game is you can just constantly eat. Even if you're in the air, you know, flying, you can just press pause and eat right before you die. Much different than other games that you actually have to have an animation. It's funny, even older Zelda games, you had to actually take out your bottle physically and drink it, so you couldn't just be in the air or about to get hit. It would, you know, require animation time, which could result in you dying trying to perform it. And yeah, this game just makes it so much easier. I'm hoping for Breath of the Wild 2 they maybe change that, but I don't know if they will. Especially with this being a sequel, maybe it's going to be very similar with the UI and how you kind of deal with items. We'll see though, you know, we still got another year-ish to go. Less than a year, but you know, 2023 is the time. But okay, so this is where things are going to pick up. We got the shrine, but or the tower, but now let's open up the map and see the goal here is to make our way straight to Goron City. And once we get deep in the mountains, we're gonna start to crisp up. So first, let me take out my bomb. Okay, let me take out my Sheikah bombs and remove my bomb arrows, because that will immediately ignite Link and blow me up. I've died plenty of times from taking out bomb arrows in Death Mountain, but let's first speed ourselves up, and I don't know when exactly I'll need to, okay, I need to immediately put on my helm, because as you can see, I'm starting to crisp up. So, the goal here is, yeah, just to put this on, and I do believe, yeah, you're fine up until you reach Goron City at least. This will give you the perfect amount of resistance for the heat now, but as you get deeper into the mountain, and I believe even like the Goron mines, not the southern ones, but the northern ones, that will also burn me up, which we actually have to make our way there for Yunobo. So okay, let's see, that gave me some air, not enough, but it will do. The goal is to kind of avoid the because the first time you make your way to Goron City, I do believe there's going to be a bunch of rocks falling from the mountain, you know, a little eruption, kind of referencing how Ocarina of Time had that when you made your way to Goron City. I feel like that's the main reason why they have it, and it only really happens once, which is like your first time making your way to the city. But, okay, there we go, it's doing it now. Hopefully I don't get hit, and if I do, there should be some spring water right here. Yes, okay, perfect. We avoided everything we wanted to avoid. It's actually kind of crazy since I haven't really been playing this game nearly as much, but I've literally dedicated thousands of hours into Breath of the Wild, so, you know, it's actually muscle memory. It will take me forever to, you know, not be used to this. And I really do hope Breath of the Wild kind of does keep a lot of the tricks and the way you kind of perform things, especially like maybe the bomb surfing, you know, being able to wind glide. I hope that's a tactic you can use in Breath of the Wild too. It would break the game as well as it broke this one, but still, I love it. As you can see, I use it casually, and it's like the only semi-glitch you could say I use, even though I don't really consider it a glitch, because it doesn't really break the game, and why did the, you know, Nintendo let it be a physic within the game if it's, you know, completely a glitch or something that you should totally avoid. If you're able to do it, which as you can see, I'm able to do it pretty much every time without fail, and it works perfectly, so I'm just going to keep it, even if some people may not like the fact that I am doing that, you know, especially if you want to follow along, you have to actually know how to do it, but trust me, with practice, it gets really easy to do, and it's not really that punishing if you do hurt yourself. You can just teleport back up to the tower and repeat, and you really only lose like half a heart to a heart from blowing yourself up with the bomb, so yeah. But okay, here is Rudania. I feel like heading up into this dungeon is really going to be the hardest part for me, and not the dungeon itself, because we're going to be crisping up even more than we are now, and this is where I'm going to really need to manage my time and try to get into that dungeon as soon as possible. Because I'm not looking forward to trying to, yeah, actually scale Death Mountain as we're going to have to do. But okay, so I made sure to land right in front of the guy we need to speak to, as, yeah, right now we're going to have to go find Yunobo, and hopefully, I do believe he gives you some fireproof potions after you speak to Yunobo and you're going to make your way to Death Mountain. So if he does, then we're set. I'm gonna put him to use, because technically that's a story item. It can be considered, you know, not like I went out of my way to farm it or anything, so I'm gonna use it. And yeah, I know some people may think that's cheap, but kind of like the Zora armor, I had to use it. So if it's given to me by a story item quest main character like this, why not, right? But obviously I can't actually use them until I first make my way to the abandoned mines and, yeah, speak to him, get his pills. You know, his back is aching. I don't blame the Gorons for having back problems. Look at how weird they're structured. Like, it makes sense, you know. They have like a giant rock on their back. They're shaped very weirdly, but okay. Let's take on the shrine quick. I still want to do a couple shrines, get some spirit orbs. I could use the hearts. I wonder how close I am to being able to get another one. We'll see, but let's take this one on real quickly. And, yeah, just continue adding to our HP, because I'm definitely gonna need that. So, here we go. Alright, so I want to believe that this shrine is going to be fairly straightforward. A lot of the shrines within Death Mountain will utilize fire, of course, because we're in the fiery area. And I like that. I like how all the shrines in their respective regions use elements that kind of fit in that region. But okay, so yeah, this is where the stupidity is. You can use fire here and burn down the barrel and then use it, but it's like, there you go, stasis. It's actually kind of insane how these puzzles can be so easy if you don't do it the way the game intended you to do it. Like, obviously, you know, the stasis should have been like, you know, a clear way to solve it, but for some reason Nintendo gives us a completely different way that looks way more complicated of solving things. Like, I believe every puzzle we're gonna have to use, we can just use stasis and ignore it. Here we probably have to use fire. Yeah, okay, I gotta at least move the fire over here, burn this up, and then now we can use this ball. But I'm pretty sure the other few doors we're gonna have to open, you can just avoid the fire and use stasis, which is so hilarious to me. I love the fact that there are other ways to solve it, and it's really funny when you come back to the game and realize that you could have solved it so much easier than you thought. And okay, I don't even think I need to use stasis here, but just in case we need that to be open, and get another ball down, but we're good. Okay, and this chest I actually have to open, even though I can't really pick up any items. It's a small key. It's a must get. And now we'll be able to open up the next door. But yeah, I really did kind of miss this game, I'll be honest. Believe it or not, I haven't really played this game since the last upload I had of it. And obviously the game that has been taking most of my time has been Elden Ring, to no surprise, as you may have noticed from the intro clip. But okay, so this one as well. Yeah, okay, don't even mess with the fires. This is so stupid. I don't know why Nintendo made such an elaborate looking puzzle and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna step on it. And this is not even upgrade stasis. Like, the upgraded one, yeah, you can freeze enemies, but this is from the beginning of the game. So there's no way, you know, any player needs to do the way the puzzle was meant to be done. You can just straight up avoid it. It's hilarious to me, but okay, there we go. That does that, and 2 more to go. Okay, so from here, things are going to heat up, as mentioned. And what I mean by that is literally, as we make our way into these mines here, yeah, we're gonna have to deal with intense heat, and literally I can't do anything about it. I don't have fireproof potions on me yet because I can't make them. I have to be given them. And yeah, even my helmet here, which as I send myself flying, yeah, okay, I'm burning up. This is kind of bad, but luckily nice. Okay, I avoided most of the mines. See, this is what I meant by I kind of needed to use the wind bomb tactic here. It is just so useful. But okay, I should have maybe had Amiibo time, you know, earlier, so I can stock up on food. I'm kind of low on food, but okay, we'll do that right after we finish this. I already committed too much, and the food on me should last me enough to stay alive to just kind of do this real quickly. The goal is just to open up the, you know, trap that Yunobo put himself in, because somehow he got, you know, blocked in by rocks. I don't know why he doesn't eat them, right? Don't Gorons eat rocks, or just mash his way through? You know, he's a giant rock-like creature, but whatever. He's just, you know, not as courageous as normal Goron, so it makes sense. But okay, I believe you have to time this. Yeah, you do. It landed, I hope. I'm gonna be upset if it didn't. Okay, nice. I don't have time to spare to redo that, so we just gotta go, and we gotta go quickly. So, alright, not bad. Luckily from here, after speaking to him, we should be given a good grace period when entering these areas, because we'll have that fireproof elixir. I don't know how many it gives you. I want to say 3, and they don't last as long, but that will add to the challenge. So let's just eat one last thing here. Hopefully I can reach him without having to literally use all my food. So there we go. Sadly, I'd have to say, out of all the younger champions, he's my least favorite. I really do wonder if they will have a role in Breath of the Wild 2. The thing is, we just still know nothing about it. But this video might be outdated in like 2 weeks if we get a direct, because it is June, which is, you know, my favorite time of the year, mainly because, not just because it's summer and the weather's great, but also it's E3 time. And if not E3, just a bunch of games usually get announced, trailers, all of this stuff. So I love this time of the year. But okay, Yunobo is saved, everything is looking good. Let's go ahead and make our way back to Goron City and continue this. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to quickly pick up the fireproof potions, but I'm also going to go out of my way to make as much food as I possibly can, because, you know, just in case the fireproof potions don't cut it throughout this whole mission we have ahead of us, which is Rudania, the final divine beast for us to take on. So, okay, I guess we have to speak to him. I guess Yunobo immediately left, so there we go. Okay, this, like I said, is not cheating per se, because he gave it to us, and maybe I'll use only 2 of them or something, you know, just to kind of really give myself a challenge. We'll see. But my point is, I won't use anything but those 3, and luckily they're only 6 minutes each, so, you know, it doesn't give me that much time to scale that mountain and take on the Divine Beast. But okay, we got this cutscene, which, to be honest, I might just skip. I feel bad because the Gorons were my favorite in like Majora's Mask. You know, I really liked them, but as time went on, I kind of preferred the Zoras, and it kind of sucks that these, you know, Goron characters are very, in my opinion, generic. You know, just big, you know, oafs who just kind of laugh, and I don't know. I'm just not a fan of actually the character writing for some of Breath of the Wild's characters. But they just seem like cliches to me, if you ask me, and mainly the Gorons. But okay. He is gonna let us know that, yeah, we gotta go to the Elden Bridge, but that's gonna have to wait, as, yeah, I want to use Amiibo, but I can't here because all the food will burn up. Any wooden items would burn up if I drop them on the floor here in Death Mountain, so we actually gotta teleport out. I guess we can just go back to the last area we teleported to, which is the Foothill Stable, and there we'll quickly go through our Amiibo and then make the food, and then we can continue on with this. So let's go. Now, since we do have most of the really cool valuable items that you can get from Amiibo drops, I'm mainly just going to kind of skip and really focus on the food, so we can really stock up and make a lot of food to eat when we are in Death Mountain and needing to heal as soon as possible. So let's jump straight into Amiibo time. And yeah, I actually haven't used my Amiibo in so long that I need to look for them, so it might take a second. Luckily, I always got 1 or 2 spare on my desk, so I'm gonna jump right into this, and yeah, let's jump into Amiibo time. Okay, not the food I wanted, but yeah, we got a Traveler's Saddle, and I don't really need this Soldier's Broadsword. I do want to keep 1 wooden item because we're actually going to need it for the dungeon ahead. And I have the Sea Breeze Boomerang, which I feel like is perfect. You know, nice Wind Waker reference, and will burn up when I need it to. But that's pretty much all I need. Now that we have so much food on us, let's get cooking. Now, it might take a bit, so I might skip this, but I'll just show you guys the gist of what I want to make. So, any hearty food, I'm not going to bother combining it with anything, because I'm just looking at it as a max recovery. While you can, you know, put more than 1 in the dish, and it will give you more yellow hearts, it won't be that beneficial when I can just immediately get a max recovery just from eating it, and even the 2-3 yellow hearts I get will still be enough because I'm mainly trying to fill up my actual red HP. Now we're going to use this for the boss battle. I'm going to need some attack damage ×3, which will be perfect. I guess we can just make some meat. I feel like I really don't need to. I have so much fish and veggies, and I only have less than even 10 hearts, so it's like I don't need to be making these really hearty meals, or even these meat meals that seem to give me a lot more than my max HP. So yeah, we can make some with fish here, and I guess I'll just continue on with fish and veggies until I'm done, and then we'll be set. So let's actually use, yeah, this, and wait a second. I have some hardy bass. Maybe I should make those separately and do them 1 by 1. But okay. Alright, I think we're good on food. I went through a good amount of mushrooms, a lot of fish, and yeah, I feel like we got plenty of food to get us through this. You'll see what I'm talking about once I actually make my way to Death Mountain. But okay, let's do it. So, the goal here is the second I start scaling Death Mountain, I'll use the fireproof potions, because that's when I'm actually going to need them. And by that I mean is after passing the Bridge of Elden, because it doesn't actually start to heat up that much until you reach that point. I guess I could use, yeah, some hasty food because I just kind of want to make my way there as soon as possible. Maybe I'll put that to use as well later on, but okay. Let's just use Rivali's Gale, make our way around these amazing looking Goron rocks, you know, these statues of previous Goron heroes and, you know, others alike. I really like this area here. I mean, I love every city, let's be real. Every city is super well done, and they seem big enough, though I just kind of wish we had more actual towns, kind of like, you know, Kakariko or, what is it? Haytano. Haytano is hands down my favorite, and that's Link's home. It's easily the biggest village within the game. But aesthetically, I'd have to say Zora's Domain is my favorite, because all that blue is just so beautiful. And yeah, like I said, over time, I kind of like favored the Zoras over the Gorons, mainly because they have way more cooler characters. What the heck was that? Okay, well, I'll only use my round bomb since for some reason these square ones don't fit in. They do, I guess I was moving too fast. But okay, luckily we do have this. I guess I didn't even need my haste potion because, or my haste grains, right? They were copious mushrooms or whatever. I'm so used to saying potions because that's how the actual, you know, Zelda games used to be. It was like never even had food in his diet. He was just drinking everything. You know, it was probably not pretty when he used the bathroom, but still, it was a liquid diet. But okay, no, okay. I guess as you also approach Elden Bridge is what I want to say. You, I felt like I was gonna say Elden Ring. I just realized they actually have really similar names. Just replace the E with the I. But okay, that's beside the point. Let's take on the shrine here, and I'll heal myself by completing the shrine as we got pretty hurt. Alright, so hopefully there are no enemies in this shrine. Oh, stalled flight. This one's super easy. I feel like you just use stasis on that rock, right? Do I need to jump on the rock first, though? Let's see. We'll just stasis it as it jumps right now, so I don't miss it. And then I just ride this, right? Or do I need to ride the rock as it goes up? Because I don't want to be hit by the ceiling. Okay, no, I guess I have to be on it. So, alright, let's just avoid it from falling down onto us. And then, yeah, we're just going to get on top of it. So, I do believe we are going to be fine. Like, we won't get crushed as that giant green electricity thing that will, you know, transfer electricity to the ceiling, yeah, will protect us from actually hitting the ceiling. And there we go, perfect. Extremely easy. It seems like a early game shrine, but I feel like Death Mountain is pretty hard to get to if you know, are new to the game. But there we go, whatever, we did it. We healed up, and now we can continue on to where it gets even harder. Okay, like I said, I am not looking forward to scaling Death Mountain with the Yunobo on my side. He's the worst, like, little mission to mount a Divine Beast with. I love the other three. They're so well done. Hell, you're literally tagging along, riding something of sorts. Whether it's riding the actual character being Sidon or Tiba, Link literally rides them, or riding a seal with Riju to, you know, take it on. But this one is just slowly scaling the mountain with this fat little Goron, you know, Yunobo. He ain't fast, he ain't useful, he's completely the worst. He does nothing to really help you. I guess he hits, you know, Rudania and lets you seize it eventually, but still, it doesn't really seem like he does much. But okay, I don't want to use Urbosa's Fury because I do want to save it for the boss battle, as I'm not timed here, I'm not burning up. I don't need to worry about how long it takes me to kill these moblins, but when I do cross the bridge, time is of the essence. It's going to be really important. I'm going to have to make use of everything, so I'm going to use everything I can and be as overpowered as I can, especially with Urbosa's Fury. I want to make sure to put it to use. But, alright, let's now get to it by speaking to him. And yeah, the Bridge of Elden is such a shame within this game. It's so itty bitty and tiny. I don't even know why they call it the Bridge of Elden. It's just a small walkway to reach. You don't really need it. But like the Bridge of Elden in Twilight Princess was this grand, amazing thing. I don't know why they made it so small. Maybe they weren't really, you know, thinking of it until the last second. They just thought they'd call it the Bridge of Elden. I don't know. I just feel like it would have been nice if it was really big. Kind of like the Bridge of Hylia, which stayed true to how it was in previous Zelda games. But okay, there we go. There's the bridge. It is a cool looking bridge though. You know, it's like a dragon head, it looks like. Too bad you can't see it once it collapses, but yeah. Real small. Like, you really didn't need it. I could have just found a ledge high enough and then glided my way across. But I guess, you know, for this Goron Yunobo, he would need the bridge, so it makes sense. But alright, so we got the speed up still working. I don't know if we'll run too fast and outrun Yunobo, which will be really annoying. And I know I pronounced his name wrong, but I guess I just called him that from the beginning of the game and forgot. I feel like it's Yunobo, right? They say it in Hyrule Warriors. What I love the most about Hyrule Warriors is getting like hearing voice acting of certain names that you probably never heard, and just getting extra lore tidbits, even though it is a retcon of Breath of the Wild, which in my opinion sucks. I mean, you guys have heard my thoughts on Hyrule Warriors. I love the beginning, I hated the end, and it's just this weird feeling to me. That is Age of Calamity, of course. I love the original Hyrule Warriors. It's just the Mario Party of Zelda, but sadly Age of Calamity was a huge letdown, because to me, I love Breath of the Wild's origin story. I wanted to actually get the proper story of it and not some made-up happy-go-lucky ending. But okay, so yeah, this is where things are not gonna be fun, because I'm gonna have to signal for this guy not to trigger these enemies, and overall, like I said, time is really important here. So, I guess, yeah, okay, I'm gonna use one potion. I'll be really careful with the potions, but, you know, I have to use them. I don't even think it's gonna be possible. Even if I had my whole inventory full of food, I would eat it all by the time I even reach, like, halfway through this objective. So, we'll use the Flame Guard. And again, I won't use anything outside of it, and I feel like that should be fair enough. But okay, I don't really have time to stop, whistle, and wait. I'm just gonna run immediately under here, and if he's not with me, too bad. Okay, he's here, okay. Because even if he were to get caught, yeah, it'd slow things down, but at least I wouldn't get hit by the falling rocks, as I'd have some shelter. But okay, from here I'm gonna want to kill pretty much every single Guardian Watcher, because you can't really avoid them without you know, really taking your time, and I think it's just for the best just to kill them immediately, not waste any time. So luckily this one, they set you off with a really easy way to do it, and that is just by pushing this rock, right? So let's go ahead and stasis it, and I think just one hit. I don't want to overdo it, right? That was a good hit. No. Okay, I don't have time for this. Just throw a bomb. Oh crap, how much does it do? It should do like half its HP at least. More than half, nice, 100 more. Okay, let's do it again. And, okay, well, it's fine. Just one more. Perfect, okay. We took a little extra time than I wanted to on this one, but it's fine, it's fine. And oh, I forgot. Okay, Yunobo is trapped here, so come on, let's go ahead and I might send you flying, buddy, or, oh, nice. Bro, you took that like a champ. What a tank. It didn't even phase the dude. It just hit him and flew past it. That was cool. Okay. So, luckily no enemies on the first one. But yeah, okay, this is like our first checkpoint. Where we're going to be able to hit Rudania for the first time. So let's place the bomb. Is he coming? Yeah, okay, there. Good job. Sweet. And while this is badly damaged, I'm just going to keep using it. And hopefully it will land. Did I hit it too soon? Oh my god. Okay, so I'm so impatient. I hit it so soon, and whoa, the game is mad that I did that. Red is all over the screen. It looks like, yeah, I called it. I knew this whole event would take so long that I would eventually come across a blood moon. And here it is. And this is what I mean by the cutscene being a bit longer for the first time. So see, this is completely new. or a one-time viewing of, you know, the cutscene, and then from here, when you see the enemies start spawning, is how every other Blood Moon cutscene will play out. I don't know why I always like pointing that out and showing it off. Like, I feel like I have to watch it because it's the first Blood Moon cutscene, but after that I'll skip them, you know? But okay, good thing we didn't have to take on an enemy here because he would have just respawned right now. But, alright, let me not be impatient, and I could take my time and blow him into it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll make sure to wait for the, you know, cannon to reach the completely other angle, because it looks like if you do try to hit it when it's still moving, he'll miss, which, again, that's my fault for being so impatient. But okay, 1 down, 2 to go, and literally I will not be worried once we actually reach the dungeon. So I think the goal then is maybe I'll use 1 more potion. I'll save the last one because we never know if we'll ever need it. I doubt it, because Hyrule Castle doesn't really have that issue of, you know, it being too hot. But still, I think I'll stay true to my word and only try to use 2 potions. So that way it's not like I, you know, made sure I secured myself with as much extra time. I kind of want it to be really on the nose here. So okay, hit these. Can I reach it? If I can't, I'll just pass it on over here. I think Yunobo just stops once you, you know, reach an area he can't reach. There we go. Okay, let me just destroy this last one while I'm at it. I don't need this. Because there's that bridge. Which is funny. Okay, this is, again, what I mean with the game, you know, always giving you other options that are so much worse than, you know, if you just try something else. So the game clearly wants you to use that as a bridge to block the light. But just hit him. Like, there we go. Like, why even put the effort and try to do that? Yeah, it looks cool, I guess, but who gives a crap? That worked instead. Just, you know, brute force your way, you'll get things done. But sweet, that was actually really quick compared to the first one. So hopefully we'll be able to actually reach the top with only going through 1. And actually that would mean we can totally do the entire Divine Beast with just 1 more potion if needed, because that Divine Beast is hands down the easiest. I do really feel like the hardest part is scaling it. But okay, I'm taking this with me just in case, because I might need it for the future and maybe on this enemy. I don't really need it for him. Let me just smack him. Okay, there we go. And just quickly kill him. That was going to take too long. So if I have to break this, it's fine. Let's see what other weapon. Just continue using these ones. Ever since you know, like once you complete like 2 Divine Beasts, you start getting really good items from the Amiibo. But okay, let's go ahead and wait this time, and then use the bomb. There we go. Alright, now 1 more to go, and we still have a good amount of time left on this first potion. But yeah, I mean, I can't deny that these cutscenes are so nice to view. It's actually sad. The memory cutscenes look so much worse than the in-game cutscenes. It's like when Nintendo pre-rendered it, they made the quality so horrible that I just prefer playing the game. Like, this is off of a Switch, for those wondering, because I know people ask me if I play off of like an emulator or something. No, this is off of the Switch. I just put color correction through video editing, and that's why it looks much more vibrant than the actual game. But the Switch, in my eyes, I feel like the resolution is pretty good. I'm not going to be able to reach this. Crap. Okay, I can. Yay! Oh my god, that was so easy. I'm so happy I brought this giant block. Yeah, I'm walking a bit slow, but I mean, Yunobo's pretty slow, right? So it's fine. I don't know if I still need it or if I will find more, but I'm going to bring it with me just in case, because as you can see, the brute force is working amazingly. But no, it's not gonna reach. They're so high up. Crap. Alright, let's just hope there is one. Okay, I'm not gonna whistle. Just please don't follow me. No, stop following me, bro. You're gonna... No. Did it? Oh, he did. Crap. Kind of my fault there. I should have just whistled before I continued. But I was hoping I'd quickly start climbing and he'd just stop chasing me. But alright. Am I fine right here? Please? Ooh, up. Wow, why'd I move? I was fine until I moved. Okay, no, don't fall. Come on, Link. I don't have time for this. We just gotta move quickly. Alright. We're so close. And I do believe there are some metal blocks they'll be able to use and just destroy them. Yes, yes, okay. Easy. She wants to smack you. Come on, come here. Okay, you're a bit far. This one, there we go. Okay. Do I need this one with me? Oh no, we got more. Sweet. Wow, they really hook you. The last, so the last set is probably the easiest because, yeah, you can just break. I killed them all already, and I had the material to do it too. So all that's left is the enemies, which I'll just probably use Urbosa's Fury. But as you can see, and come on, because I had to whistle there. But yeah, Flame Guard is about to go down, and I don't want to use it until I enter the dungeon, but whatever. I just don't want to start eating non-stop, and it just gets so annoying once Link starts burning up. So okay, this is the last potion I'm going to use. Hopefully we'll be able to complete this dungeon in less than 6 minutes. Luckily inside the dungeon, I don't think you need Flame Guard because you're protected technically. But we'll see. Let's just quickly kill him. I don't have time to waste here. That's why I'm using Urbosa's Fury for this one. But I do want to save at least one charge of it for the actual boss battle. So this should do. Perfect. Okay, come on, Yunobo. Let's end this now. We do not have time to waste. Crap, I should have hit the switch too. I didn't do that. So go and roll in. Okay, he's set. I have to hit it. And let's go. I think we're set. Yes. All right. So, wow. I am honestly relieved. This is going to be pretty simple moving forward now. I don't know, I was thinking this was going to be so difficult, but I guess that Flame Guard really helped. But we'll see again if I can do it with just the one I have left. So, here we go. He's going to crawl his way into the crater. It's kind of sad that you can't actually re-enter the crater again. Every time I think of that, I just realize how much I hate the Divine Beasts after they're completed. They become useless. Not only do they ruin the sky with their stupid beam, you can never enter them again. Such a shame. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that is an eruption you don't want to be around. Kind of wish Death Mountain we could see it do that from far away.
You really put a licking on that thing, Link. It's time to finish the job.
All right.
This is our big chance.
This is our big deal. This is my chance. Let's go! The way Link jumps is so badass. Oh, yeah. He ain't afraid of some Assassin's Creed, like, I guess you dive, literally like you're diving off of a board. But no, Link just kind of jumps in. But you can see him slowly glide like that, yeah, as he makes his way in. So here we go, guys. Okay, so we only have 5 minutes to complete this, or at least less than 6 minutes, because like I said, I'm not going to use the last fireproof potion. I believe I can beat this dungeon that fast. Yes, faster than scaling Death Mountain. This dungeon is far easier than just reaching the dungeon. And you're going to see exactly what I mean. From the first time I ever played this game, I thought this dungeon was beyond easy. And maybe it is because you have to have Flame Guard, since this is sort of a time dungeon when you're outside of it. Maybe the Nintendo made it easier. I don't know. But you'll see what I mean. Like, I just feel like every single, you know, what are they even called? Terminals? Yeah, terminals are so close to each other, it's ridiculous. They're all in the center. Like, there's none on the tail, or just like causing you to go far away from here where we're currently at. But okay, so good thing I brought this, because I can't have wooden items, and I don't want to have to put the blue fire on my arrows, which would get really annoying because they don't light up as long. But actually, speaking of arrows, okay, maybe we have to use our arrows here just to kind of open up the way. And since their eyes glow so well in this pitch blackness, and you just see the malice and other glowing things, let's take them out as soon as possible. But okay, that should do. Now we should be able to open up the way to get the map. I do like this kind of entrance to the dungeon, how it is pitch black. And I like how the game works, like the lighting of the game is. When the game wants to make the area completely black, it is, but it has certain lights that, while it doesn't necessarily help you, it still looks really cool to look at. Like, look at Link, look at all these lights. I don't know, to me this looks so cool, so futuristic. I love the sci-fi element Breath of the Wild has brought to the fantasy nature Zelda is known for. And yeah, I'm really hoping Breath of the Wild 2 only carries that. because it's like my two favorite genres of fictional things. I love sci-fi, for those who don't know, but obviously fantasy, swords, medieval times even are like my favorite easily.
Nice job.
But okay, let us now do this. So the light comes in, and yeah, everything should go by quick. So now we literally have less than 5 minutes. I gotta be as quickly as I can be, especially since 2 of them are outside the dungeon, and then I have to still face on the boss of the dungeon, which is also outside, which will cause me to burn. So luckily right now, with Flame Guard not even active, I wouldn't be burning, but the second I walk out, it's going to be a problem. Funny enough, I'm going to waste most of my time doing the ones indoors, since they're all so close to each other. I believe literally 3 in a row. So that's 1 down. Pretty much no effort. The second one, exact same thing. We just need to open up this door, and with the, you know, fire-like dungeon, no surprise, fire is going to be an element that we're going to have to use. And just like that, that should do it. But let me also burn this while I'm at it. You know, hit 2 arrows to solve 2 puzzles. I can't come up with, I don't even know what I was going to say there. Like, whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and pull. Whoa, whoa. What was that weird 180 spin? That was so weird. I don't know where it was originally going, but okay. Let's just continue on. So there you go, 2 down and 3 remaining. Okay, so the door we just opened just requires a very simple tactic to solve. Also, we're gonna use fire, right? And then just get the, yep, metal box here. It should move. Actually, what if we just stand underneath it? It won't kill me, right? Okay, it didn't. I don't know. That just was satisfying to look at. But alright, so drop this here. And then we flip. And we might have to flip again to actually activate the terminal. But come on, Link. Don't slide like that. There we go. Okay, yeah, we do have to flip it back. Alright, but nice. We still have 3 minutes and we have 2 left. And these are the 2 that will require us to actually leave the Divine Beast itself. So, alright, I think we should just flip back, right? We'll figure this out right now. Will this allow me? Whoop, okay, don't want to burn up. Yeah, okay, it should. Now I just need to head up here. Though, is there a torch I could use? There's no way the game requires you to light a torch and bring it all the way up here. Or maybe it does. Well, okay, let me just run quick. I'm clearly running faster than I would be. Uh-oh. Okay, wait. Let me just swap my item. Whoops, okay. Having my... I'm so not used to the hotkeys right now. I was literally bragging about how I'll never get, you know, rusty at this game. But then here I am. I couldn't find my sword. It's because mainly I had my bow out. But yes, I was wrong. So, sadly, I do have to light up my weapon and then bring it up as a torch. And again, there's literally a torch in the beginning of this... right here, pretty much, but I don't want to pick that one up because, again, it's Amiibo challenge, and luckily there are wooden weapons from Amiibo, it being the Sea Breeze Boomerang, and they do withstand. Like, you may think this little boomerang would burn up into crisps really fast, but as long as you don't let it continue burning for like 30-ish seconds, it shouldn't really lose durability, so you should immediately use it, put it back, and that's kind of how you can really make use of items that are lit by fire. Just don't have them lit for too long, and it won't actually lose any durability, which is really nice. But okay, there we go. That does that. I think that's the only time I'm going to need to do that after this. So now, let's go ahead and have it drop. And, oh man, we only have 1 minute and 30, so it will be doable, even if we have to face the boss without Flame Guard active. You know, I don't care. I'm staying true. Even though literally I have one last one, and that extra 6 minutes will give us more than enough time, I want some sort of challenge. I already know people are going to complain on this video saying, you know, you shouldn't have used anything, but I don't care. I feel like this is good enough to prove my challenge. Especially since it's mainly going to have me pause and eat. That's just really tedious, more than anything. But okay, there we go. So the last one should be exactly where we want to go anyways, because it should be in the center of this Divine Beast. So let's just quickly run in. Hopefully I can do it while this last minute is still active, because I don't want to start chewing through my food now. At least let me do it during the boss battle. Okay, should I run all the way up? Wait, why is that still closed? I thought I opened it. Oh no, okay, it was that window, right? Okay. From here I should, yeah, I could do it. Right? Yeah, okay. Whew. We're good. I'm like, I should have enough air to make it. So is that what I need to blow up? Where's it? Oh, there's a terminal. Did it work? What? Okay, let me just be careful before I flip this Divine Beast. Stand on an area that won't have me fall off. I have no time to waste here. I'm literally standing on seconds. We're about to hit 20 seconds. Okay, where is it? It's up there. Okay, okay. Just quickly hit. All right, sweet. Wow, perfect timing. So I guess I was right. You can solve this Divine Beast in less than 5-6 minutes, but the boss battle is a different story, sadly. It's okay. Do I just jump down? I will. Do I jump down? Bro, I don't have time. Let me just quickly set it just in case I mess up. Do I? I don't know. Wait, I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, right now it's it shouldn't be flipped. I need to have it on its belly. Oh no, we're burning up now. Where is it? What? Did I fly past it? Let me eat now. This is bad. I'm not using it, guys, like I said. So let's just start with this. Okay. Let's get the damage we need so we can face the boss, because I got to kill it as soon as possible. Okay, here we go. Lighting up the terminal. Wow, this is perfect timing. Now that this boss will give us a little of a challenge, just because we can burn up against it. But yeah, I'll be honest, this whole challenge I'm giving myself, this whole thing is far easier than a game like Elden Ring, which I'm not necessarily comparing the two, but I'll just say in the last like month or 3 months playing the game, I had quite the experience. But I do feel like I'm finally ready to play the game for you guys, which I do want to do a let's play of. Kind of like how I do this. I treat the game just like these games. Any FromSoft game I play constantly until I master, just like Zelda. So yeah, I definitely want to eventually make a video series on it. But let's focus on this Bloodborne looking enemy. It's reference to FromSoft. I don't know, I see all the Blight Ganons as weird Bloodborne looking enemies. They just screech and look hideous. If you played Bloodborne, you know what I'm talking about. But we're playing Breath of the Wild, so let's get to it. Luckily, boss battles are far easier in this game than any FromSoft game, because you just gotta spit, and I kind of deserve that. Okay, let me make sure not to eat any food that will remove the attack up. Luckily, I have a lot of hearts. Okay, just avoid this. Whew, that would have killed me there. But I do believe I also have Mipha's Grace, so just go ham. Maybe I could use Urbosa's Fury one last time. Okay, nice. And we got him to half. Now, interestingly, the battle actually gets easier here, because he starts to mimic a Dodongo from, like, Ocarina of Time, wanting to suck up a bomb, and then it paralyzes him. Like, why is he easier? I feel like if he doesn't have that ability where he needs to suck a bomb up and then hurt himself, he'd be harder, because I'd have to actually avoid his real attacks. This is not an attack here. I have plenty of time to throw a bomb. Like, I can wait. Okay, and just throw it now. I can wait and then blow it up like that. I'm just surprised why they made it so straightforward in the second phase. Like, he just became dumber, I guess. But okay, we don't have Urbosa's Fury, so we just have to dish out. Oh, he's teleporting. He's literally at the perfect amount of HP to be doing his death laser beam of guardian power. You get what I'm saying. Let's just eat one more. Okay. I mean, I do have Mipha's Grace. Come on, avoid it, Link. Just go underneath. Come on, go, 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 go. Yes. Okay. Yes, yes. We did it. It's a close one. All right, not bad. I'm pretty happy with this. You know, we came back, you know, burning up. That's not a pun. We came back on fire. There we go. Literally. Okay, I'm sorry for those who probably really hate mine. They're not even puns. They're like really obvious, like just, you know, word associations. I guess those are. Isn't that a pun? Right? That is a pun. Whatever. Guys, it's been a while since I've done actually a full-on hour-long almost commentary. So I feel like everything I'm saying is so stupid, but whatever. Hopefully you guys enjoy it for what it is. You know, I am at least going to finish this series, and I'm excited to do much more. But let's focus on ending this off with picking up this heart container. And yeah, let's get our last ability. One that will be really, really helpful as well, especially with how low HP we have. But yeah, this is it. This is the setup. We have finally did it. And I might just skip this scene. Like I said, I like, you know, the champions, but I just don't care about the bronze ones. Whatever. Alright, and that does that. We have finished the final Divine Beast. And I do believe now Zelda's going to speak to us after we collect Daruk's protection. Yes, it's going to be pretty useful. But yeah, okay, Zelda's going to let us know that Hyrule Castle awaits. And I believe next time we boot up the game, she'll also let us know that we can do the EX quests of the DLC. And I want to say I can do it on this account. I have to literally make a completely new Nintendo account to play this game again. I really hope that's not an issue in the next game. I'm so annoyed that you can't have more than one profile, especially when you do as many challenges and dumb things like I do. I don't know why Nintendo thought everyone would only have one and only one playthrough, especially if there's no New Game Plus. Like, I can't even repeat any of the quests I'd want to do. But whatever, I'm not here to complain. Regardless, we'll see. I'm not really going to do the DLC quests anyways. I might just focus on completing the game. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. As you can see, I left one fire potion. That is good enough for me. I did a good enough challenge, you could say. I don't know. I'm just patting myself on the back for no reason. I just don't want you guys to complain. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this is still a part of the Amiibo challenge. I feel like it is. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Join me as we complete this and move on to something else, as I'll have plenty of videos after this project. So, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, and I'll see you all then.